Could you maybe explain the Twitch thing going on? Like, I understand the changes they made, but I'm not sure how it applies, if that makes sense. Okay. I can give a quick breakdown. I don't have a screen quite yet that can do... I kind of do, but I haven't set it up. But I can explain it to those who don't know in a pretty quick way. So if you're unfamiliar with what's going on with Twitch, recently they updated their policy guidelines. The main aspect of it affects people and sponsorships. It's a short story. Twitch is a butthead. Exactly. So short story. Their policy guidelines about sponsorships have changed drastically. This goes on to affect affiliates and partners. But as many know, if you are an affiliate, you probably already understand this. Getting sponsorships through Twitch can be done a few ways, but mostly the bounty board, and then also like there's some people who have like direct from Twitch, but these are like high level partners. Very few people can use the bounty board, and only like the biggest streamers get like direct partnerships through Twitch. For the most part, people get their sponsorships from a third party, like say doing like a HelloFresh sponsor, or working directly with an organization or something like that. Typically, if you've never done a sponsored stream, let me show you, or let me tell you how this goes. Typically, they'll give you a set of assets. They'll say, here's our images, here's our logos, here's our videos. We want you to do like a video every hour. We want you to spend this long playing the game. We want you to do this, this, and this. This is considered third party in all possibilities. What Twitch is changing about having those ads and those sponsorships is saying that you cannot have those videos being played. You cannot have banner ads on your stream. You cannot have a logo bigger than 3%. To put that into like size comparison, you guys see the logo at the bottom of my screen right about here. Let's say it's like probably like 2%, but like that's about the size. So quite small by comparison, because it's 3% of the screen usage, right? Limiting those things. So on the superficial level, even if you're not like looking deep into it, it's limiting how sponsors can interact with Twitch. So maybe some sponsors would still be willing to use those guidelines, but a lot could back out saying, well, if I can't do ads, if I can't do videos, if I can't have sponsored content freely like I want to, I don't want to sponsor said streamer. How do people earn money on Twitch? Well, through subs, bits, but mostly through sponsors. Even if you get a lot of subs, at a certain point, your amount of subs you get as a Twitch streamer plateaus, because people typically want to donate to people who are building up. At a certain point, you're not going to get as much community support in the same way. That plateaus, and so sponsors is the main way of doing that. One thing that kind of competes with this idea is that Twitch is trying to create their own first-party sponsor, like connect streamers to sponsors. So what does this mean? Like looking a little bit deeper into this, you have people who are doing sponsor streams, and now they're saying third-party sponsors, which is how primarily Twitch users gain revenue outside of Twitch, is no longer allowed. And now they're saying that not only is it no longer allowed, you have to do all sponsors through us. We determine the sponsors, what you can do, how it goes, and we take a cut of that, because that's the way it's going to work. We connect you with the sponsor, we get a cut of it. So they're taking a cut of what was previously owned primarily by streamers because of a environment that Twitch created. Twitch said, here's the environment. Subs, bits, we take a cut of that. Sponsors and offset revenue, gaining traction on your stream is outside the platform. You're handling that, but you take the revenue of that. Now they're saying that's no longer allowed. We control that. Gotcha. I haven't looked into sponsors just yet, so I was having trouble understanding. Basically, Twitch one's a part of everything you're making. Exactly, Kaiju. It's kind of wild that the second they put on the sponsor rules, I started seeing ads everywhere for Twitch Turbo. Exactly. Twitch Turbo, so you can get ads. I used to love Twitch Turbo. Twitch Turbo back in the day used to be this great thing where you don't have to sub to any streamer. You just don't you don't get ads. It was great. And I think you still got the free sub before it was Amazon. But then it became this thing of like, you're not getting anything outside of like pre-roll ads or like the streamers ads. It does allow for some other things, some moderate features, like mainly like keeping your VODs longer and whatnot. But overall, it's not really worth keeping 100% because as long as you keep your VODs or you save your VODs, like you just hit the highlight button and hit the publish button, you've done exactly what Twitch Turbo does for you. So there's not really a whole big purpose to it, but now they're making these things necessary. There's some other things about it, like a couple things that have come out about if you are canceling your affiliate or partner ship, you have to pay $25. There's been some other things about when I think payments for Prime come, it's going to be instead of every 30 days, it's every 45 days. And then additionally, things like, I think they talked about there's going to be a whole new partner agreement, like changing the partner agreement with some like they've posted some of the positive things, but a lot of people who have these contracts are saying there's a lot of negatives that they're not talking about. But in response to this, Twitter's gone a little bit over the top like Twitter does. And partners are pretty up in arms because how do partners make money? They use these third parties. And now Twitch is saying basically all these things that you're doing to earn money because we don't provide it is illegal and not allowed. It's raising a lot of eyebrows and a lot of people are really frustrated. So which is understandable. So what are we to do as streamers? A lot of people jump the gun, and I understand like it's your own choice to do, but a lot of people are moving over to Kick. And some people are moving over to I think even Rumble is another one. They're selling out. I would say this is an attempt directly by Twitch to control the entire profit margin of every streamer. And the thing is, like, if you're a building up streamer, you might be like, well, I'm not getting sponsorships, I'm not doing this currently, so why does it affect me? But the issue is, it's like, even if it doesn't affect you now, it'll affect you at some point. So say you're not earning sponsorships right now, you're not doing that right now. As someone who's done sponsored stuff and gotten revenues from sponsored stuff, it's nice to, because it's just kind of whatever you earn is what you earn. If you've earned money on subs, on bits, and you haven't realized how much Twitch is taking a cut of that, it's a pretty large margin. It's a pretty large margin. And so think about, say you're right now, you're 100 follows, you have 10 concurrent viewers, 20 concurrent viewers. Once you start hitting that like 50-100 range is when you start to get like noticeable to sponsors. That threshold is now lowered to when you start being basically charged nickel and dime anywhere you can get with Twitch. And so that's the unfortunate part. It's like your growth is capped. Your growth is capped. I bet Kick is like, this is our moment. Yeah, no, Kick has already posted things with like, hey, Streamlabs, we're working on something with Streamlabs. We're going to set it up. Basically, Twitch is going to charge you for canceling your affiliate. We're going to pay that fee for you because they know that they can eat the cost in the front end and then gain the benefit in the back end. So I wouldn't say Twitch, personally, I wouldn't say Kick is the way to go. I don't think it's a very stable platform. I don't think it's a bad platform. I think there's a lot of benefits to it. I think that it's still worth trying. I don't think you should put all your stock into Kick. I think it's worth giving a shot. Personally, I'm talking about YouTube. And this is me on YouTube, right? My reason for trying out YouTube is because YouTube seems like it's on the up. You know, it's not quite where it needs to be, in a streaming space, but at least it's something, right? So I think personally, where you put your stock is up to you, but just like everyone's used to, if you've been on Twitch, tell you to diversify and kind of open up your horizons. Yeah, I remember you talking about it on a previous stream. Exactly. Like Kick is not necessarily, I have a video on it. Kick is not necessarily the place that I would invest my time into, but it still has a lot of benefits if you're just trying something out. Like a lot of people have gotten subs from it. People have gotten, their traction that way. So I personally think that YouTube is a better stock to put like your eggs into, whatever. I don't know how that saying goes exactly, but it's something that you can at least give a shot with. So I think that if you're into the idea, if you like the idea, then give some things a shot. Try some different things, and then kind of come back to it. Another thing I'm noticing already is it's kind of hard, even though they make it really easy to share links and post thumbnails and give people a heads up that you're streaming. Something I'm noticing already is just not as many people are streaming on YouTube. So there's a positive and a negative to that, right? So the populated categories already have or don't really have as many people, so you can jump into those more popular categories, but also lower categories don't really exist, so there's not really a way to build yourself up. Additionally, if you're starting on YouTube, you can't start immediately. Like you have to build your page and do a lot of kind of stuff. Like you can't start right off the bat. It kind of helps you do that, but you have to do a lot of pre-setup yourself. I would say starting up on Twitch is easier, but YouTube, it's easier to achieve those benchmark goals on your own. Like I think it's easier to achieve YouTube partnership versus Twitch partnership. So we'll see how this goes. I just wanted to try today, and it's like that's like the main thing. I don't want to make today about talking about all about the Twitch things. It's still kind of developing. I feel like anything I say can be changed in the near future. And this is not me either, stepping back from Twitch entirely. I've already kind of taken a step back from Twitch recently. I haven't been streaming as much. And that's not necessarily because of this. So, I'm already set up. I'm already signed up to go to TwitchCon Paris. I'm going to TwitchCon Paris in July. So I'll be there. So it's not that I'm abandoning the platform or anything like that, but you bet that that's kind of going to be on my mind when I'm there. I'm going to be thinking about it. I already stream on YouTube. How are you liking it, Kaiju? I looked at YouTube streaming once and got overwhelmed. Twitch is a little bit more user-friendly. Exactly. I thought so too. Like, that's why when I did this, I did a completely new setup. Like I just started from scratch. So this stream has like my stream settings, and I did some basic overlays, alerts, etc. So that's all there. But I didn't touch a lot of things. I kind of just wanted to see, like, let me get a stream started. Right now I have 4 scenes and I'm really only using 3. And it's got the basic setup. So it's like, it's enough to get it going, but yeah, I didn't want to go deep into it either. So this is kind of like the bare bones.